Hello, welcome to Minecraft. So today, I'm going to show you guys some cool doors I've been working on. They're 3 tall doors based on triple piston extenders, nothing too special. But the kind of unique thing is that it's based on this one-wide tileable design to make the door expandable, as far as you might want. So it's a flexible door design. Maybe the last door design you'll ever need. Anyways, this is how it works. Pretty straightforward as you would expect. It goes up and down. But we can tile it much further. If we go over here, much longer wall, and we can even go around corners with this. The limitation of this design, though, is that you can't loop it back onto itself, because the sort of brain of the whole operation gets in the way. This one doesn't have that problem, but it's a bit more complicated, and it's a bit more directional. It gets more complicated when you try to do that. But this one works in all directions, as far as I can tell, and yeah, it's expandable and easy to build. So I have here a few layers built up of the building process, and if you want to build this for yourself, you can just pause the video on each layer here, and it should be pretty straightforward as to what's going on. There's the repeaters, and then this observer here is looking into that piston, powering that one. This observer is powering this note block, looking at this observer, and the rest of them should be pretty straightforward. And after you have all your redstone built, only then do you want to put your pistons in. If you put them in before, they'll get updated by the observers as you build it, and they will not be in the right spot by the time you're done building. So just build it up, and then put your pistons in this position, and then get yourself some solid blocks and put them up there where they should be, and then you have a working door. Just like that. That's a quick tutorial on how to build that, but now on to the design that can be looped. So here's an example of what you might do with that. A complete surrounding wall. So it doesn't have the corners due to a limitation of the redstone, but that's okay. Goes back down as well. Yeah, I think this one's very cool because you can encase yourself in a pretty much hidden wall. But like I said, there's a lot of directionality issues, and we can take a look at what's under the sand if we go up to the top here. So, on the left side here we have the brain, what's built down there. And then this is the input line from that note block. Toggles between these two. And then, you see, they'll go up, they'll go down. Now, so you can see down here, this looks a little weird. This design seems to be maybe directional, maybe locational. I can't quite tell, put my finger on it. I think it's locational, but basically what these powered rails do is update these butted pistons, which get powered by these observers right here. Powers those blocks, these pistons get butted. Observer, or the powered rail, updates the butted piston. The thing is, we were using note blocks for the other design and it worked fine, and we had to switch over to this powered rail version that it isn't quite as reliable, but you can get it to work in pretty much any location as far as I can tell. You just have to mess around with combinations of rail and redstone dust and ending at different points. But as you can see, they all work just fine. So yeah, this one's just a little more complicated, and I wouldn't recommend this one for the faint of heart. Let's take a look at this one. It's a little easier to display how we extend the door. So, we just put a simple observer to keep the redstone line going, and then to update, or to power the pistons, right beside that observer, we take a redstone out the side and actually go down, and the redstone can pass through here because observers are transparent blocks, and it just powers the piston like this redstone would. The problem is, that's now an observer... Oop, didn't mean to do that. That's now an observer after this one, so we need to delay the signal on this side by 2 observers as well. But that's all you need to do, just 2 observers, some powered rails into the block that would have been powered. And over here, just 2 redstone and an observer. Then you can keep the design going along. And real quick, if you want to extend this around a corner as well, you can do this for the bud part instead of this design. So this, again, just delays it by 2 observers, but you have a note block to update this observer instead of a rail, and it's just powered by this, so it gets 2 observers after, and then on this side, pointing into the same block here, this one, you have the same design as on the other side. You just wrap this around the corner and keep it going, and then it works. And another side note, you need to put one of these repeating stations every 9 blocks, because powered rails only go 9 blocks. Unlike redstone goes 15, powered rails only go 9. So you have to do one of these a little bit more often. But you can see the corner works just like the rest. And yeah, that's how you do the corner. Alright, so that's about all I have to show you guys. Here is a quick view of that without the one wide tileable part in it, just in case any of you want to build it. Like I said, it's a bit more tricky, but you can make it work, and it can make some really cool, completely hidden walls. So maybe someone might want to check this out. So, and here's the one wide tileable design built up where it would go, fitting into here, just to show you guys. This block would need to be glass where this rail is to allow the rail to pass under it. But yeah, those are just a couple cool doors I built, and I hope you guys maybe find this helpful in some way. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.